Hello and welcome back to my beltless bot maze. Let's zoom out and just remind ourselves what's going on. So we're in a world with some mods, the first one obviously being Ribbon Maze, and what that does is hijack the map generation so it produces a maze. We have set the maze up, let's just zoom in here. Right, we've set the maze up to be 2 chunks wide. So if I just turn on debug, you can see the grids. So the maze is 2 chunks wide, which means each maze block is 4 chunks, 2 by 2. Turn that off because it's ugly. Okay, we started off down here. In fact, I think we started here. All of our starting resources are gone, except for a little bit of iron. Just reconnect up that. Sorry, a little bit of coal, which we will get rid of very soon. And this is our second chunk of iron here. This is nearly gone as well. So we are nearly out of resources for our starter area. We also ran out of power, so we have been solaring the world. If I turn off roboports, you can see we've got solar panels down the middle of all of our maze. Just to make sure things continue to go in the night time, we have this coal power station, and it only runs at night. It has chewed through quite a substantial patch of coal up here, and it's just our backup. We don't have any accumulators currently, which will be an issue. Then last episode, we started to move over to using Train Supply Manager. So the way it works is there are supplier train stops here which are supplying empty trains. Those empty trains then go off to mines, fill up, and park here in the full trains park. And then an area which needs resources calls in one of these trains. What this does is decouple your train logistics for getting things out of a mine from your train logistics for getting things to a manufactory. Then we have made some direct insert builds for red science. And I really like this. So we have a supply train stop here. So requester train stop here. It either requests in an iron or a copper train. That then goes into a electric smelter. That then feeds the plate through to gears in this case, and then the gears in, or the copper there. So this is a direct insert build, and it's making red potions. That's all well and good. So we have 2 of these. Okay. And these just run. Now, at some point, we'll start dumping those into labs. I haven't got there yet. The next build we need to do is the green science build. And at that point, I will start retiring the science builds which are in this area. Where is it? Yeah, so here's our red, here's our green in this area. All this can go away. And we'll probably make a new labs area, actually, and do our research in the new area. What else? This was an area we set up purely to make solar panels. It's largely done that job now. But we are backed up on materials, right? So these are wanting copper and stone. And we have copper and stone in the ground, but we also have a lot of coal and iron, which we aren't currently moving out. And because we're not moving it out, the mining drills over mixed patches are backing up on the things we're not consuming. So we'll just put down some buffer chests. They will buffer up this material once they get built. They should be built from this construction network. And then these trains will fill up and everything will go on. So the next job, we've done red science, is to come up with a green science build. And our constraint is, I would like it to fit into a 4-carriage train format. Okay. And we should probably use lights because it's really hard to see what's going on. Okay, so let's request some lamps and see if they turn up. No, I may have to go and fix that manually. Can I craft any? Yeah, right. So we're going to start putting lamps everywhere, I think. It's going to be a little while before I can afford a full suit. Okay, so we would like to make green potions. They require belts and arms. So let's just put it down like this for now, and we will have a go at making a build as and when. Okay, so this is belt, this is arms. The arms also need green circuits. Green circuit needs copper. Okay. Both of these need gears. There we go. So, to make this work, we also need some smelting. This requires... This is going to be a copper smelter, and this is going to be an iron smelter. And let's put some inserters in just so we can see the direction of travel. Okay, so I think that's all right so far. What does this need? This needs iron plates and gear wheels and electric circuits. So this really wants to have an iron smelter, but then so does this. Okay. And I actually don't know how many iron smelters we need here. So this looks annoying because this smelter can't reach. I can use adjustable arms to go from here to here because it can pick up there, drop off there. So it becomes a diagonal. Oh, perhaps I can use that trick. All right. Okay, so this feeds across. So then this feeds in 3 directions. This needs to go there. I also need to get these gears into there. So this central square is not a useful one, is it? Right. I'm just moving these out the way to make them as clear as possible. Okay, so if this dropped off over there, that hits. And then we could do the converse for that. So that's going to drop off to there. I'm just checking this actually hits all 3. Okay, so then these both go into the green. Then this would need... Kind of makes sense for this to be the other way around, doesn't it? Good. Okay, so I think that works. And then where do the rails go? So we would need some rail here. In fact, this is all looking like quite a large build. Can I pick the whole thing up and move it around? Let's move it here. We'll have to move it again in a minute anyway. All right, so I need iron ore in here. So for now, let's just put down a chest. Okay. So all this, move it over one so it actually lines up. Then we'll need a rail to put the green potions out. And right, let's pick this up. So this can be a rail to move the green potions out, because they can go something like that. Then this becomes longer. Ooh, I don't think that's long enough, is it? No. So this could be a problem. So I need to find a way of getting... Let's war game this out. I need to get stuff from here to there, but I'm limited to the length. Maybe this can't be done with our current tech. Right, let's have a look at more inserters. Longer inserters. Okay, so what is this behind? Logistics 3. Okay, so this is production science pack, 100 of them. I need 100 of these, which is rail, electric furnaces, production modules. I only need 100 to unlock the better arms, but I think the better arms are what we need to feed across. Right, let's assume we're going to do that. Then we would have copper and iron in here. There. Okay, these are always running slow. These are the ones you want to run quick, so you always put these closest, just in case. Okay, so that, I think, once we've unlocked the purple, will work. So I think what we need to do is travel back to the factory, hook up a makeshift purple science pack build. Just to make 100 packs. And then unlock that tech. Then get our green build going. The other design decision I made, which I'm now questioning, was to place all the rail down the outsides of the maze. The idea was that then we had all of the middle of the maze to put in factories. In practice, I don't know how well that's going to work out. Alright, so out we go. I just want to have a look on the map to see if these buffers chests went down. No, they didn't. Presumably because buffer chests are not in the network. Let's check. Okay, so we have red screen. We have no greens, right? That's the problem. Right, what is this request? This is accumulators, which we're not currently making. These are returns. Okay, so I need more of these logistics, and I have run out of them. All right, well, that's not a problem. All right, we'll put these down here. I'm just deleting the blue boxes because they would have had requests set. These are all capped at 1 stack, so that's fine. Okay, so I want to request lights. I want to request green boxes. Good. Is there anything else? I think that's it for now. Right, let's go ahead and see if we can work out a really quick purple science build suitable for making 100 packs. Okay, so purple science is fairly straightforward. It's rail, electric furnaces, productivity modules. The issue is that some of these things are quite difficult to make in volume. So the rail in particular. Okay, so that's all set. 1, 2, 3. That should be fine for now. Right, so then we need a module build. So productivity modules. And again, they're straightforward to make. The issue is more... Alright, let's take that, put that there. So I think this is way out of ratio. I think it might be 1 to 3. No, okay. 1 to 4, we'll do it then. So that's our build. And pretty much it's missing everything, I think, is the short version. Okay, so how much is it actually requesting? 3211. All right, that's fair enough. All right, what do we... We do not have the green circuits. Why do we not have green circuits? Presumably because our green circuit build is... Okay, our green circuit build is not running flat out. This here is not running because it doesn't have iron plate. Okay, I would have thought iron plate was not a big problem. Oh, it's a recharging problem. Okay. I don't know if it's bad enough that I'll need to fix it manually. But it certainly looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Yeah. I think I'm going to wander over there in person. I've got a feeling that trying to fix it from the map is just going to make things worse. Obviously, longer term, we're going to make a dedicated construction area where we bring in trains of material rather than this ridiculous robot-based fiasco. All right. So. That's a few more. Right, then I think we can just start deleting these en masse, which will help things. It'll leave more room for intermediate roboports, not to mention making it easier to walk. Okay, anything up here that's useful at all? No. all of that can go. We'll put in a big pole here. And here. And down to there. In fact, that joins, doesn't it? Alright, let's make a bit of space in here. Good. So now this is all covered. And if we delete some of this, we can put down more roboports. So I'm very relaxed about putting in loads of roboports. Really don't care. We can just keep spamming them down until there's enough. Sometimes when there are halos, what you need to do is delete some of the existing the existing roboports to let them reassort to somewhere useful. Alright, so this can all go. And then I can blueprint down some more of these. Good. So all that should get placed, and that should start to help out with recharging. Because I was going to throw down another green circuit build, but if the one that's there isn't running to capacity, then it's really not worth it. Alright, so something is happening here. Products finished, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It's going to take a while to make 100 that way, isn't it? Okay, the next build, which is probably not keeping up, is rail. And what is the issue with rail? It has no stone. Okay. So that's 200. Let's check it is. Yep. Stone should be coming in by a stone train. So maybe there's an issue with that. Oh, maybe there is no stone coming in. Okay, that's possible. John Connor. No, I think that should be ringing in stone. Let's go have a look at John Connor. See if we can figure out what's going on there. So that's pretty much the story of this playthrough. Everything involves trying to get something to work, which requires something else to work to make it work. And I know that is pretty much just Factorio, but... Right. So that should help. It's currently got 3.3k. I think it needs 4 to be able to leave. Yeah. There may not be very much coal left down here. Right, the other thing we can do is... This is quite an old-fashioned design. Let's get rid of that. Will that fit in? Right, so what I'm going to do, I think, is cut that, put it there. Then I'm going to cut... Copy that, put it there, cut that. Then I'm going to cut the whole of this, and we're going to align it there and there. Okay, so this is now a 4-carriage stop. We have a 2-carriage train here. Do I have the gubbins to make a 4-carriage locomotive on me? Yes, I do. Great. Let's fuel this up. Right, so this is going to go to add station. Stone C, inventory full cargo. And then it's going to go to the pair of John Connor is T800, empty cargo. Okay, so that should dump a whole host more stone into the network. How are we doing here? So this is now 3.4. We really are not improving things. Okay. So single carriage trains, if you hold your finger over one and hit R, reverse direction, which is pretty handy if you don't mind driving manually and backwards. Where should we head now? I think back here, because I want to make sure that our purple builds are purpling. So we seem to have plenty of copper at the moment. That's not a problem. Has anything here made anything? 0 products. Because there's no rail. Okay, let's track those stone trains. So, T180, we have a train filling up at Stone C, and we've got this train here still loading. Do I... I've just dumped some in manually, see if that gets us anything built. I've got a feeling it's not going to help greatly, just because of the amount of rail these require. And in fact, it's almost worth doing a build where we insert... Yeah, it's almost worth doing a build where we insert the rail, rather than having a single rail machine. Let's just test it. So if I had one rail machine here, is this enough rail? No, it's not. Okay, so these have crafted. I'm going to pick up this. To hell with the lost materials. Right, get the whole thing picked up. Good. And then it will all sort itself out again in a minute. Let's put this down that way. Down it goes. Right. So if this was rail, would this make enough rail for 2 machines? Yes, it would. Would it make enough rail for 3 machines? I don't know. Very slightly under. So possibly with the other machine that's sat there. Right. So that is starting to move us towards a different build. All right. And what's the best way to do this? This can be sticks. I don't really want to be botting those across. This is all design work which will be useful when we do our rail build. Right, get rid of that. Don't want to be moving sticks. Right, let's make this a fast arm, make this a fast arm. There we are. Right, what's wrong with this? Okay, on its way. So that's feeding these. Okay, one of these can go here. Feed that way. Where's it gone? Production modules. All right, so is one of these, is it 1 for 2? Oh, goodness me. 1 for 1? Okay, well that's just rubbish. All right, let's get rid of all that. Good, so then we're going to do, get rid of that. Production. Cancel the request for rail. Trying to think of the best way to do this. If I move these back 1 square, then they can put out into that shared chest. Yeah, that is cancelled. Right. These could request from a common chest. Is it worth the hassle? Starting to sound like a Studio Ghibli film, isn't it? The clackety clack, clackety clack, clackety clack. Okay. Right, let's set this up. So make this 20 and 20. Try again. Right, then this is going to pick from there. Okay, so it's the furnaces that we're making centrally. Let's take this contraption, put it there. Okay, that'll do. So what next? That should be enough to make the purple sights we require. We are using a steel furnace machine. And how many do we need? Let's ask it. We might need to do something with that as well. Sorry, electric furnace, isn't it? So very much doubt that a single electric furnace machine... No, we're one machine light. But I think the way around that is, let's find where the electric furnace machine is in this whole mess. Really hard to find things. That's our steel furnaces. I wish there was a way to search by recipe. Okay. Ah, here it is. Good. So I need 2 of these to power this build, so let's just put them in the build. Yeah, there's no neat way to do it. Let's do it like that. Good. I'm quite pleased with that. Right, so something is running. We are starting to buffer up purples in the labs. And we're doing Logistics 3, which is the one we needed. Awesome. Right, what else should we do while we're down here? So, do I have... I do, I have stack inserters unlocked. Are we making them? So let's check. I have a whole load of inserters being made here. Not stack inserters. Okay, where's my making things blueprint? Here. Will that fit? There. Good. So this can make stack inserters. Whoa! They're expensive. Well, never mind. Never mind. I need to make sure I upgrade all my trains to using stack inserters because I just want the trains in and out as fast as possible. Other things at this point doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's add stack inserters to the things that get exported. This... Wish that wouldn't happen. Whoa! Okay, so this is requesting buffer chests. This can request stack. And then if we're doing stacks, we will need stack filters. So let's go build stack filters. I'm still a bit heart in mouth from almost getting squashed. I'm wondering how far towards launching a rocket we can get just with this jury rig mess. Right, where did I make... Stack inserters are being made up here. Good. So let's take our making things. There isn't a good place. I think we can retire this solar build because we have a better one in the outpost. Good, that frees up a lot of steel and things as well, which is handy. I love watching these waves of bots coming in. And just out of interest, let's have a look over here. Are we still... So we've got rid of that recharge swarm. Brilliant. And over here, these trains are being filled now. Although not very quickly, but you know, the thought's there. Okay. So this can be filtering, stack filters. Awesome, that will get built. Right, what's the next thing? Right, if we're making stack inserters, I don't know if we're rich enough yet to start using them. We'll find out. Next job. Alright, let's check this build is working. Not very well, but, you know, the thought's there. It's not working because of green circuits. And let's head up here to the green circuits build to confirm, yes, it's an iron problem. So we're not... We have plenty of iron ore. We have all these boxes. It is not getting into the smelters quick enough. Alright, let's take this out. Because all this stuff we're pulling up can be reused elsewhere. Good. And that. Alright. So what's our next job? Well, I'm waiting for this research to build. However, what we could do is look at how many stack inserters are available. And the answer is probably none. But there may be some in the export chest. And if it's a sensible number, I'll look at if we can upgrade some stations. Maybe none have been made. One is on its way. Okay, that's going to be a work in progress. Right, what are we not bringing into this making everything area? We're not bringing in iron, but there's nowhere really to bring it in. So I think when the iron's dead, this starter area is dead. Okay, so let's head back up to... we have a congestion problem. Let's go up to there. See if we can figure out what it is. Okay, so the problem is purely moving these trains through fast enough. And for that we need stack filter inserters. Okay, so I think, can I upgrade them is the first question. Possibly not. So, I would like to upgrade from filter inserters to stack filters. And I want to do it over both of these builds. And I've only got 10. I think for now, if I just put one down like that, it will help. Right, let's park this there. That's just enough to go loop the loop. Okay, that should help things. It's going down 100 every few seconds. Right, so to craft more of these, I need a lot of stuff I don't have. think that's the best I can do currently. All right. So let's head back. Where was I doing the design? Here. So I may have to design the train unloading with purple filter inserters and then upgrade plan them to stacks. I think that's what we'll have to do. All right. So these are all unlimited. Does this look okay? Is the thing I want to ask. Right, so the issue with it is that it is wider than a power pole. So it's exactly one chunk wide, which means we're going to have to, we can only put one in a block and we're going to have to thread it around the central roboport area. This is a block of 4 tiles, so it's possible we better line it up that way. All right, so that might... We might have to line it up like that, if you see what I mean. But we'd have to get the... We're going to need to bring in... If we're doing that, we'd have a rail running... like that. But this would be the push and pick up rail. That would place the other rail there. Forget this stuff. Okay, which would place this there. Which I think just fits. Yep, I think that's correct. Then this is our outward going rail. And we can copy this segment here at that distance. Okay. The problem being this whole assembly here, I need to line it up correctly with the front train. So we have a requester here. Okay. So we would have to line this up with the first carriage. If it went there, sorry. Oh, I've done this around the wrong way. I wanted the gap this side. So that would be here. Let's take that power pole away, just for... Okay, so we would have something like that. I'm not sure how we fit this in. Okay, we may need something more creative to bridge around this roboport. Let's put that back where it's supposed to go. Let's cut this, put it there. And I kind of want to line something up with carriage 4. Right, so I've cut that. Now let's clear out something here. Right, we can edit out that. Okay. So then I think this whole segment here needs to be there instead. Yep. I'm looking forward to having personal roboports. All right. So then this would go even further over. Yeah, somewhere there. Okay, I think the train station needs to be in to be able to see the guidelines. So that would feed the 4th carriage. That would feed the 3rd carriage. Right, 2nd carriage is pretty much a wipeout. Okay. So that's where the other rail goes. What I'm going to do is take this, delete the rail. Right. Because then I can place it freely without the 2-tile snap. So if that was feeding into the very back of the 1st carriage. See, if that was at the very front of that carriage. That's at the very front of carriage 3. So that would be the very front of carriage 4. So that doesn't work. Basically, this roboport in the middle isn't compatible with this build. Okay, so what can we do? I don't want to break the robo network. So I can shift the whole thing further and put in roboports to the edge. That may end up being what we have to do. Okay, so we'd have a requester, requester, requester. Okay, that's something I don't really want. We're gonna have to go and sort those out at some point. Okay, let's have a look at the map. So I could remove that roboport and the network would stay coherent. But that's kind of a bad precedent to set, particularly as the builds get more complicated. Right. What I could do is put a roboport above and below the build. In which case, we could recenter all of this. Although, is it... How far off being centered is it? Not very far, is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So it is somewhat. But I can't improve it much more because of the signaling here. I think we'll leave it where it is. Take that out. All right. So if we had one of these, it's going to... This is the carriage 2 build. Carriage 3. Carriage 4. Carriage 5. And that's what we're going to go with. Then we are going to place down... This isn't central, this roboport. Or maybe it is. Yep, it is. Okay. So then, where would we put this? Is that... Tell you what, I think that is actually lining up. Yep. And then this one we can't really move. All right. So the next thing is, how do we get power to all of this? Let's see if we can do the minimum. I don't want that there because we're going to end up... Yeah, that's a bad choice there because we're going to end up with multiple inserters here. 3 inserters here. 3 here. So this needs reworking. And is it still droids we're losing? Yeah, it is. All right. We will have to go deal with those in a minute. In fact, while this all builds out, let's go have a look. Do I have ammo? No. Do I have turrets? Loads. All right. So if I want to grab ammo, and we're going here, is there a buffer chest nearby? Let's check. It's probably filling up a buffer chest that is causing our problems, to be honest. I can just rip a lot of ammo out of here. There is a buffer chest here. Okay, that's fine. So we will go there. We're going to take care of those worms and blueprint down an extension of the wall. When we get back, we can fix up that build. Logistics 3 has stalled. Okay, let's have a look. Right, there is nothing happening. This is short of steel. Okay, so this is not being fed. Let's take that out. Take that out. Copy. Copy. Okay. If I was clever, I would have moved that back a tile. So this appears to be a steel problem. Up here, there is no steel. This is powered off. Let's put on the, yeah, it's a wiring problem. Okay. So we're here. I'm going to grab. Hello. I'm going to go down to here. Really didn't want to do any combat. Wanted to concentrate on building. Right, save game. So this is Botweld 2.6. Yes, I am save creeping. Life is too short. Right, so let's start off by... Right. Good, that's dealt with that. So that's now safe to go across that corner. And it's tempting to continue this and kill this, kill this, kill this, put a wall there. But I think that's more something to do when you're not watching. All right. What's happened is when I put in the... all right, let's go up to there. When I put in the buffer chests into the network, a couple of these outpost walls suddenly found that they had... Let's take one of those. Suddenly found that they had buffer chests that were blueprinted down. So now it's stocking up those walls. Right, so what did we need to do? We need to check this is working now. And continue with our build. So our build is here. And this is working again. So we have iron again, only for a short time. Which means we should have all this starting to work again. Good, and this is all being fed again. Yeah, if I'd thought the build through a bit more carefully, I'd have moved these a couple of tiles in. I'd have taken this one tile to the side. Then there could have been shared boxes feeding this and this. This definitely should be blue. I mean, it's chronically underfed, so that's not the big issue right now, but definitely should be blue. Okay. So this is our build, which needs power. And these power poles appear to have done the job, so let's take them. So they go there. And of course, I took them... All right. So I can delete that. put the thing we just copy pasted back in there, get rid of the rail. Whoops. Good, then we can put that there and there. I think that's all the rail done. So these should be good. Then this needs to drop down and this needs to drop up. Then all this can go. Right. How are we lining up on carriages? Because okay, so it's this one that needs to move up one. So there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then once this is down, I can upgrade those. Actually, I'll do it now. So we're gonna, all of these are gonna be stack filters, and we will need to set the recipes. These are just stacks, aren't they? I don't need to use filters this side. So let's use a different upgrade planner. Can I do shift to unupgrade? Yes, I can. Oh, that's really good. All right, so these for now. Are just blue. Good, it's kept the insert pattern. And then these just need to be upgraded to stack inserters. Oh, I like that. All right. And that needs to be gone. So this build is ready to go, I think. We just need to hook up trains and get those stack inserters in place. I'm wondering about doing it with purples for now and hitting the upgrade button. Yeah, let's do it with purples and then we'll... Okay. It's just at the moment we don't have the resources to be able to build all these, so they won't be provided. Right, let's think this through. This is going to drop up and it's going to be copper. Right, this is going to drop across and be copper. This is going to drop down and be copper. Right, let's first of all set this to iron. Then this is going to drop up. This is going to drop down. Good. There we go. Pretty pleased with that. So then, this is a requester. Train requester. We will have a decider combinator. In fact, is this exactly the same as here? It is, except it's confused by having the extra logic. Okay, so I can take, I think, this. Okay, and that should apply over here. All right. Then this needs to be wired in. Where's the wire? Here. So iron to the iron box, copper to the copper box. So when copper's less than 400, when iron's less than 400, call a train. Okay, so let's take this. Put this there. It's an annoying place for it, but you know, once you've started these things, it's better to be consistent. Good. Then this wire will go to this box. Pretty pleased with that. I can't see anything wrong with this. I'm not sure it'll run at full speed, but let's give it a go. Okay, so let's start off. This is going to... Okay, we need names for this. And how did we name the other ones? So, just potion 1. Right. And what is this called? So the red ones are automation science packs. Are they? Yeah. So I don't want the red one, I want the green one, which is logistics science pack. Let's double check. Yeah, logistics. Okay. Logistic science pack. Good. Logistic science pack, iron ore. Paste those names over. It doesn't like that at all. Good. And then this is just Logistic Science Pack 1. Good. All right. So this is set up to call in iron ore. It needs to call in ore carriage. That's the setup I've done. Okay, so a train is incoming. Let's give that a moment to arrive. Yep, it's on its way. I just want to see it arrive and unload to know that it's functioning. Then we'll set up the schedules the other side. In fact, let's copy that schedule and paste it there. Yeah. So this is still active. That tends to mean something's not wired correctly. I wish there was a way to highlight wires. So this is outputting a train and an iron ore. This has no schema when train is less than t. When train is less than t, t is output of 1. So I don't understand why this has not disabled itself. Okay. We have a signaling issue. Okay, so we need there, there, there. Then if we run down the other end, we need the closing signals as well. There, there, there. All right, let's loop around here. So this is active when this outputs 1t when iron ore is less than 400. I think this wire okay, this wire here was wired up incorrectly. Okay, so this would like to call in a copper, but because there's an iron train on the way, it's not calling in the copper. And so what's going on down here? Something isn't quite right down here. We keep getting both trains called in, but we should really only have one or the other called in. Okay. So in a minute, this will have unloaded. And let's find out what is not working here. So we'll figure it out on the top build. So this is backed up with iron gears. It has made iron gears. This has iron gears and iron plate. This has no iron gears. Oh, it's backed up for plate. So we have, yeah. So this then is waiting on green circuits. Oh, the build is wrong. So these green circuits need to get into this machine. Well, that's a bit of a mistake. Okay. So how do we fix this? Okay, let's have a think. This will have to go away. Get rid of this for now. Yeah, I'm just in a logistics dead zone, but that's not a problem. Right, so I think we have two options. We either find a way to feed... That breaks the symmetry, really. So if this was the green circuit machine, then we'd need to feed across into a box, and then from the box up to there. which is doable. It's achievable. We can do that. What a mess. And this is making it worse, obviously. Why is this in? Okay, I'm wondering if this is one of these cases where I need... Right, that can go away. Why are these calling in trains? Seriously, dudes, what's going on? Right, disable that. Because we're going to have to rework this anyway. Alright. So, put these back. Alright, so if that's green, what's the longest we can make? That long currently. But once we've done logistics 3, we can make it longer. By 2 tiles. That doesn't fix the problem. But, whoop. All right. So if this was 1 tile longer, then we could put a box there. We can cap the box to 1 stack. All right. Let's put everything I own into some boxes. I feel very naked. All right, so we can do this. All right. And why is there no copper? I don't know why there is no copper. Okay, so let's fix those recipes. Alright, let's just take all this plate out. Good. Okay. So then let's pick up this blueprint here. Okay, this is all very wrong. Let's put it down though, because it resets the filters. All right, so Okay, I think that's all correct now. Turn logistics off. I'm being fed with things because my inventory is empty. All right. And now I'm full of junk. Good. Actually, I didn't want to do that because now the trains will be imbalanced. Never mind. Never mind. All right. So these are now connected to the wrong things. Can I make some wire? I don't have much of it left. All right. So this is iron in. This is copper in. So this would output 1 if the iron is less than... Right, so this should be outputting nothing, and it is. This should be outputting a T, and it is. Okay. Train requesters. So this needs to go... Okay, and I'm 1 requester short for copper. I needed an iron plate, which ironically is the stuff I threw away just a minute ago. All right. Right. So I crafted them individually because otherwise you have to wait for the full preliminaries to build before you can get anything. All right. So that's input 240. It's not no output, so this should be fine. This is input that, so that should be output something. Right, and these should be set. Oh, right, so this shouldn't output T because we're in... I'm wondering if the problem is that they're the same signal. Let's change this to a U. Okay, so we have T and U. So this is going to be enabled whenever trains is less than T. This is going to be enabled whenever trains is less than U. Okay, so this is the arrangement we should have been using down at this site. And this will stop bringing in double trains. Brilliant. Okay, what do we have here? Alerts, turrets. Okay. Unhappy biters. We'll have to push this way at some point. What does our pollution look like? Oh, that's probably why they're unhappy. Yeah. Right, I'm still waiting on logistics 3, but I would like to see a copper train come in. We want a copper train. Are there no copper trains? So let's have a look. So here's a full copper ore train. Oh, we've set no schedules. All right. So this schedule is going to be copper ore, train carriage. And this schedule is going to be, sorry, this schedule will be copper ore, train carriage. I want to check I did that as iron ore. Yes, it is. Good. Alright, so this should now be calling in a copper train, which it is. Okay. So the copper train does the loop, comes in, unloads. Great. So I can now upgrade all of these to stack filter inserters, and they will get upgraded as and when. Then we need to go back to the starter area to figure out why our science is still stalled. And then I think potentially we're going to call it quits. Might be a case of bringing in an iron train. Oh, okay. Everything's backed up here. So what's going on? This can't get through because... Oh, we've got a... Okay. We've actually got sufficient copper. Okay. Not a lot we can do about that. So, copper's full. The reason copper's full is because we do not have iron. How is our iron here doing? It's virtually gone. So how do we bring in iron to the start area? So there's room to put an iron station in here. I think that's what we will have to do. Right, I'm going to hold down Shift because I don't want station names. And if you're not careful, it puts them in. All right, so that would go there. Get rid of that. Good. So get that built. Then I need a name for this station. Oh, I don't think it really matters because I was naming them according to a naming scheme when we had unique and beautiful stations, but now that we're just using the same supply ones we're using for everything else, it doesn't really matter. So this station's coming in. All right. Okay. See if we can place this down. Good. This is going to go to Iron 1C, full cargo. Cybermat, empty cargo. Right, so that at least brings iron ore back. So then we have a problem of how to get the iron ore in. I think we'll walk. The whole station has kind of ground to a halt. Alright. I don't really want to do buffer chests because they can go horribly wrong. Do I need wood export? No, I really do not need wood export. Okay, we'll find something else to do with the wood. Right, what we need is some way to bring in about 4 chests of iron. So let's swap these over to iron for now. Right. Iron ore. 1,000. Yep, that's fine. So this would... It's only half a chest, so this will be fine. This is all jammed up because we have no iron, which means we're not burning through our copper. Right, my iron can go there. My stone can go there. Probably would go faster if I just emptied out my inventory somewhere. Alright. I'm so likely to get run over working here. That's my train. That's the coal train. And that's the iron ore train. And that is the one which we have been waiting for. Awesome. And that is a lot of iron. Alright, these boxes are full. So, let's forcibly empty them. By putting down active providers, that should prioritize any bots which are coming to fetch things, fetching from there. Good, that's helping. Now I can put them back now because they're mixed boxes. They shouldn't really get jammed. They'll probably find a way, but they shouldn't really. Alright, just in case, I'll do some manual surgery. Good. Okay. So now we should be fine. And if we look at production over 1 hour, yeah, everything fell off because we didn't have the iron ore, basically. Okay, let's have a look up here. So this is all backed up. We haven't got this inserter. Okay, that's better. So that should get fixed. We now have oodles of iron. We have recharge problems. Let's just copy this, spam more of it down. This is all temporary. Normally I would be really careful in how I manage my roboports, how I manage my bot traffic, but this entire thing is temporary. I really don't want to. Oh dear. Okay. So we have problems here because we have joined the networks. Okay, that was a bit of a mistake. So there were reasons to be careful. Okay, try that again. I hope that merging those networks hasn't done too much damage. Ah, dear. I hate those kind of mistakes. They really annoy me. This should all be a bit more productive now. Right, we have something lit up. What is this missing? Steel. We have steel smelters over here. Now, this was a really good place for them before because we were running off this. However, this is now a shockingly bad place for them. So let's cut them out en masse. Okay, so I'm just control-C'ing the whole builds. We're going to put them down here. We're going to put them actually here, pretty close. Since all the iron comes in here, let's just put them down by the iron. And double it up. Good. So then that's quite close to the coal, it's quite close to the iron ore. Let's have a look over there. Is this all cleaned up? Whoops. Yep, it is. So we now need to shift this row of iron smelting. Let's pick up the whole thing. Yeah. That's cut. Alright, let's put in 1, 2, 3, 4 squares for a roboport. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Let's just paste in and roboports. Alright, so they can get some power, like that. Then 1, 2 iron builds. and just spam some roboports around them. Alright, so that should address some of our immediate issues. This whole thing will get cleaned up. Most of this can now be torn down. In particular, we don't need a lot of this, because a lot of it was extra network traffic because we were carrying things a long way to then bring them a long way back. Alright. So is any of this helping? What is wrong with this steel? Ah, I think it's yeah, just waiting to be built. This is all working, I think. This is waiting to be fueled. The coal is coming in. That is pretty cool. Must say, I'm enjoying this way of building. I mean, it's an absolute mess. I'm not going to claim it's pretty or neat, but it is fun. Okay, this is all coming through. So we've got some iron plate being made now. We've got some steel plate. Right, so this, we have some potion machines running. We have a potion machine running. These are still saying they don't have any green circuits. Yeah. And the issue for the green circuits... We have plenty of copper, so it is the iron. This is still... Okay. So yet more iron. This is clearly, it was iron starved. Good. Logistics 3 is now progressing. Green circuits. So some of these machines are now running. I'm just looking. It's definitely the iron that's the problem. We have copper and iron smelting up here. The iron smelting here is not really running very well. The iron smelting down here is not running well either. Oh, it's inserters. We're missing loads of yellow inserters. Okay. So, are they being manufactured? And they're probably one of these things that needs green circuits. There it is. Yes, they're being put down as quickly as they're being manufactured. And they're being made each time a green circuit is dumped in. Yeah. So that's been made, it's picked up immediately. Being taken off to the sides. Oh, into a blue inserter. So... I'm wondering if we need a second build of this. There. Of course, that won't get built because... Yeah. Okay. It's just chase the bottleneck, isn't it? How many of these do I have? 49. So, can I... Yeah. So they're being picked up from my trash and just built with. Great. Is there somewhere I can steal a stack of green circuits? Oh, they're being handed to me. Just what I need. Alright. So, I don't need all of this. I'm requesting stone. I definitely do not need iron ore. Ever. Good. Then I can dump things in there to get some of this made. So it feels like I've not really achieved anything, because it's just been fiddling around with these silly builds. Right. We now have lights on most of the green circuit builds, so let's do what you always do once something is working, which is pick it up very carefully. And then dump it down as a copy. Here we are. And we'll link the power up. And are we smelting copper at full, are we doing copper as quickly as it can be done? I think we are. So these things are backed up. So increasing the draw on the copper shouldn't be a problem right now. Good. Alright. And back over to the new arm machine. This is just making them as fast as it can. It's still going through the backlog. Can we speed any of this up? Yep. Okay, this is all quite old. There we go. And let's have a look at the green circuit build, see if it needs updating with better inserters. Yeah. What am I doing? Let's just do them all. That's it. All right. Could I have done that just with an upgrade planner? Probably. Yeah. All right, where are we up to? It's probably time for me to finish pretty soon. Right, so this is all starting to work. We have some plate. No, not a lot of plate. Single plates. But we have massively increased our production here. Alright, so what is actually holding up this? Rail. Rail is held up because of steel. Okay. And let's have a look at these steel builds. The steel builds are flagging for want of iron. Okay, there's not enough iron coming in. The iron is coming across pretty quickly from these trains. So, what I'm thinking is, let's retire one of these stone requests and make it an iron request. Alright, then we'll do what we did before. I will empty those boxes. Right, let's turn my logistics off so I don't get inundated with replacement crap. Good. And then over here, take the stone, take the stone, put the stone. Then we still have a little bit of there we go. Yeah, that's it. So then I can very carefully pick up that. Put my logistics back on. So that should increase the amount of iron coming through. Right, all this to get 100 logistics packs going. Can I even... Are there any that I can craft? It's the, for personal crafting, it's the prod mods that take all the time. Okay. And then the pack itself takes a while to craft. So I don't think crafting 100 of them was ever a good plan. Crafting them by hand, I mean. Right, so that's my one contribution to the cause done. Okay, and we are... These green builds are working full time, so that's obviously that was obviously a bottleneck. Okay, those are there. That should be enough to take us over the line. Great. And... No. Seriously, we need one more. One more craft. Right, it's waiting on rail. I've just dumped in whatever rail I had in my inventory in there. See if that works. Okay, it's going to be entertaining making these single site builds. I don't think it'll work out that way. I think next build is probably going to be an engine build. I think I can do engines direct from ore, from iron ore. I think that might be the way forward. All right. I wish there was a count. Told you you'd done 297 of. Right, brilliant. We've done logistics 3. Long insert is 2. And more insert is 2. There we go. Finally. Alright, so let's go up and fix our green potions build. And then call it a day. So let's go up to our build, which is here. What research do we do? More lasers. Nuclear power looks good. Lab research speed 4. Rocket fuel. Electric engines. More lasers. Tank sounds great. Qualification isn't really an issue at the moment. Braking force probably is. Instead of capacity bonus, maybe. Okay, so I'm looking forward to the improved design options we're given. I'm slightly dizzy from all this looping. Awesome juice. So, this has green circuits, but has nowhere to put them. This, oh, look at that. Okay, we have lots of options now. Okay. So let's set this up for all of them. So it's this bit here that we need to replicate. Let's start off by doing this. Okay. Whoops. I'm looking forward to having personal bots. This all looks so weird with these very strangely shaped inserters. Yeah, it's just odd, isn't it? But this is my don't care face because we have green science. How cool is that? Okay. So we need to set up the provider for this. Good. So some red circuit from this box to this input, this to there to there. We don't want that. Okay. So we want this to be active when those are greater than equal to, I think 8,000. And the schedule I want to be green pots. And then how have we done this before? I can't remember how we did it for red pots. So let's go and have a look at those. All right. So there's a schedule set up here. All right, we may have to actually go down and have a look. All right. Let's have a look. So, if we have a look at request of train stops. So it's a potion assembler. Okay. So we want this to be potion assembler. Then do I have a... Yeah, I have enough stuff for a train. Let's hide that. So then let's take this, go to a free slot down here. So we need a second green build to match the red build. The green build will be running slightly slower than the red, but it doesn't really matter. Good. So this is going to be empty. So it's automation, then logistic. Empty logistic. Good. Give it an initial fueling up. And let's go over here. This needs to be called full logistic. Good. Then the schedule for this is empty logistic science circuit condition, full logistic science circuit condition, automatic. So that is green science setup. So we've done that. Well, that was a lot of effort. I'm glad we did it. All right. Now, we only have one green science build, so I think what we'll do next is blueprint down a second one. And this is a way out. I don't really want to... Now that I've done this, I feel like it's in the wrong place, but I guess it can't really be helped, can it? Where else can we put it? There are no good places, so let's just pick a place. Okay, let's put it in here. So for that, we're going to take all of this out, including the roboport. Then we are going to take, oh, and this, there is no signal here, so that's fine. Then we're going to take this. There. Okay, what's in the way? Big electric pole somewhere. Right, so what? There's something not quite the same here. Must be a signal placement. Yeah, that's where a chain signal is. Okay, so this needs to go. Be replaced with a chain signal. There. Then for consistency, let's head over here. Put that there. Don't like that. So look. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. We're just going to have to live with the signaling being slightly not quite right. Let's just travel up to here. I want to just double check. And I think the schedules won't be copied over, so we can set those by hand once the build is up. All right. Well, these builds are not space efficient, but they are fun to set up. Good. So is that the one that needed to be moved? Don't think it is. I think it was this one here. Oh well, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to have a look at it over here and check if I can... Good. It's upset about the names, which is absolutely fine. Can I put this above? Yeah, I could. That would be a more tidy design, I think. All right, let's do that on the other one. I would at least like to be consistent. There. Okay, and we'll do the same this side as well. I can go. And the same down here. So there should have been power pole there, and wasn't. There. And these all have names now, hopefully. So instead of that, it's just #2. Okay, I deleted too much. Let's try again. The lack of a GUI for setting up these icons is a bit annoying. I'm pleased how well this is being built. It will presumably all get powered up in a moment. Alright, let's head back to this build. These are all marked for upgrade. Good. So I want to mark all of these for upgrade as well. I just want the whole lot upgraded. Alright. And I'm starting to think that I need a better build for inserters to make sure they really do get built. But I think realistically that's a job for next time. So there's two big jobs left to do. There's the other science packs and there's the research labs. Yeah. So research labs isn't an issue yet because we haven't got a train full of science. However, it will be an issue. But I can't do any research till we have all of our current packs designed. So there isn't really a good answer to this one. So I think next week we'll do the next science pack, which is, don't know if we'll do military. I think we'll punt military for now. Let's head back to there. I think what we'll do is the blue science packs, which will involve an engine build. And I've got a feeling the engine build is going to be quite fun. Okay, I'm out of coal. Let's boot me up. Yeah, I think the engine build is going to be quite fun because you can build engines starting from iron ore because you need steel, you need gears, you need pipes. So I think we can do the entire thing with just one, perhaps two iron trains and feed everything through. And it should be quite fun. So I'm looking forward to that. I will call that it for this week. Try not to get run over. This is really a mess, isn't it? So perhaps the other thing to look at is a more sensible shop. Yeah, a more sensible shop might be a more sensible plan. I don't know. Whatever we do, it's probably going to be a mess. So I will see you next week. Thanks very much for watching me playing this through. It's a really weird way of playing, and I'm really enjoying it. Where are the arms? So these are not building because they don't have the stack inserters. The stack inserters aren't building because they don't have the green circuits. The green circuits aren't here because they can't get the iron. The iron can't get the ore. We are bringing in ore as fast as the robots will allow us, so I don't really know what we can do to speed things up other than using stack inserters. Let's check to see how buffered up these chests are. Not very, so quicker inserters there would work. Can I handcraft any stack inserters? 10. That feels horrendous. Alright, that's 5 of those. Is this actually moving things faster now? Yes, this is outpacing the bots. Good. Temporarily. Alright. Let's get at least one coal going fast. Can I make another 5 of these? Yes. I'm just crafting a shed load of gears. So that's not a problem. Alright, let's see if we can... We won't have a problem unloading the train fast enough because that has... Okay, well let's call that it. Am I even... I am. I don't need to request these anymore. So let's set that down to 0. Whoop. Set that down to 0. Right, the E to exit there that cancels what the change you made is a really annoying UI choice. But I think let's have a look at this. Let's see if our plates... Yeah, the plates have gone up massively just from swapping over to those stack inserters. So that should then have a knock on to everything else. I really am going to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. I do enjoy these long episodes, but they're a bit rambling, but I guess that's their charm, if charm is the correct word. And I'll see you back in a week's time for more Beltless Maze. Bye-bye.